Hey everybody, long time no chat. um, so, uh, this is me in Iceland. This is my one of my host rooms. Welcome here. Yeah, I've got I'm sitting on my nice little bed, and I've got all my clothes hung up and in my drawers, and that's a dancing cow. It has batteries, but I can't figure out how to turn it on. But I know it dances. Um, yeah, here I am. I'm in Akureyri, which is in North Iceland, and this is the capital of the North, which means that it is the town with the largest population, and this town has 17,000 people or so in it, so it's not huge, yeah, but pretty big for Iceland. Anyway, so I thought, since I'm in Iceland, I would do a post on how to stay warm in the land of ice. Um, so one of the first things that happens when you tell people you're going to Iceland, they say, oh yeah, that's the land that's actually all beautiful and green and warm, right? Because that's what everyone hears about it, that it's exactly the opposite of the name. But in fact, it is kind of cold here. In summertime, it goes about 15 to 20 degrees, which is, not bad. When you're from Manitoba, we've had some summers like that. But being that I've been here since the beginning of May, it has actually been kind of cold. For example, I got up to Dalvik last week, and it was literally blizzarding. So it was kind of awesome because we didn't really get snow in Manitoba this year. So it was like Christmas. My friend and I actually built a snowman, and it was probably the best snowman I've made in years, so that was awesome. Anyway, back to how to stay warm in Iceland. Yes, it's cold here, sometimes. So here's my little pieces of advice on how to stay warm in Iceland, in case you're ever out here. So here we go. First of all, I'm going to introduce you to a handy little tool called the buff. If you've ever worked at camp, you know what a buff is. It's this thing right here. So a buff is a piece of fabric that is stretchy, and it has many, many uses. If you want to know the uses, look up the YouTube video. So one of the pluses of the buff is it's completely seamless all the way around, so there's no pressure points. So you can wear it like this, and it covers your ears, keeps you nice and warm. Or you could go bandit style and wear it this way to keep your nose nice and warm. So, pluses of the buff, you can also, I'm not very good at this yet, you can also wear it like this, and then cover your nose like this. Okay, so that's the buff. I'm going to keep mine right here, around my neck right now. So, another good thing to have in Iceland is some nice warm ski tights, which I'm wearing right now because they're comfy. So ski tights, always a good idea. Also, the wool socks, which I forgot to get out. Here we go. Okay, wool socks, purchased at an Icelandic gas station. These are 60% wool, so when I wash them, they won't shrink like 100% wool would. These ones are nice and blue, and yeah, I found them at a gas station, which is really funny. But I realized after the first couple of weeks that my toes had been cold every single day, and that wasn't really my jam. I don't like cold toes. So, there we go. Nice warm socks. Beauty. All right, next. Long sleeve shirt. This one I got in Iceland, and it looks like an Icelandic sweater, so cute, right? Here we go. Put on my nice long sleeves. Gonna keep my body nice and warm. Yay! Happy. Okay, next. Sweatpants. Are you ready? The best kind of sweatpants are the ones with elastic around the bottom. The pros and cons of sweatpants with elastic around the bottom is really just that sweatpants with elastic around the bottom look awesome. So, if you want to be a fashionista, make sure you don't miss out on the elastic. Also, if it happens to get warm, you can roll them up like so, and you are laughing at everybody else in their hot sweatpants that won't stay up from around their ankles. Alright, next. I've already shown you the buff, so this covers your nose. Now, here in Iceland, they have a store called 66 Degrees North, referring, of course, to the Arctic Circle, which, coincidentally, only one island on Iceland is actually a part of. The very tip of Grimsey actually crosses the 66-degree line, and it's above the Arctic Circle. So, 66 Degrees North. This company started in Iceland originally for work clothes to keep fishermen warm in North Iceland in the 1920s. But since it has become incredibly popular, because the clothes are beautiful and incredibly stylish, you can look up their website if you like. So, I found the sweater, again, when I realized I'd been in Iceland for 2 weeks and I'd been cold the entire time. So, here's the sweater. Covers my ears. Beauty! Alright. You want to see the best part? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, here we go. Zip! Make sure I'm not getting my hair in here. Yeah, you do. Alright. Ninja. Yeah? Yeah. Good, right? Okay. So, 66 Degrees North. It's like the Mecca of Iceland. Beautiful clothing. It's like the clothing section. Everything's beautiful and you want it all, but it's way too expensive. Anyway, so this was my big purchase because it's going to keep me warm. The inside is fleece, the outside is water and wind resistant, and it's pretty much my favorite sweater of all time. So, that's the 66 Degrees North sweater. Next, you have the toque, of course, if you're still cold. So, back up with the buff, back up with the hood. Here we go. And toque. Yeah, okay. There. Now, just, I'm getting my layers on here. Key is to dress in layers and to dress in, preferably wool, because when wool is wet, it still keeps you warm. We went whitewater rafting at the beginning of our tour, and I wore my wool sweater under my jacket, and although I was still freezing, I was much less cold after jumping off a cliff into the river. I was a lot warmer wearing the sweater than I would have been otherwise, even though it was soaking wet. So, my Icelandic sweater. My Amma made this for me, my Icelandic grandma, and I love it. I wear it all winter long. It's super warm, and they're also very popular here, especially after the bank crash a couple of years ago, because, because everybody had grandmas to make who could knit sweaters for them. I don't know, but anyway, they've especially become popular in the last 5 years or so. Before that, they were mostly a tourist thing. So, right now, I'm almost done. Here's one more thing that's important. Well, one of a few more final things. Scarf. If you're still cold. I like to wrap mine around a couple of times. So, this scarf is from Paris. Not exactly as cold as Iceland, but anyway, my friend gave it to me. She got it in Paris. And the final water-resistant layer. Make sure it's actually waterproof, not water-resistant, because water-resistant means if it's spitting, you'll stay dry, especially if you're only out for 5 minutes. Otherwise, it means that it just holds water in your jacket, and that's kind of useless. So, here we go. Hood up. Good stuff. This one has little tighteners here, so I can pull the sides back if I want to. And, finally, the mittens. Got a pair of mini gloves. The ever-popular mini gloves, if you need your fingers. I don't have a phone here, so I don't have to worry about mittens that make me able to text. So I'm laughing. You guys can all suffer with your cell phone texting problems while wearing mittens, but I'm fine. And then put on the good old knitted mitts and grab some nice warm shoes. I've got some waterproof hiking boots, which is super nice. And I'm ready to go. Ready to go outside. So, just to recap, I am wearing wool socks. I'm wearing the ski tights and the sweatpants with the elastic key. I am wearing long sleeve shirt. I'm wearing my 66 degrees north sweater. I'm wearing an Icelandic sweater. I'm wearing my rain jacket, buff, scarf, toque. So there you go, folks. That's how to stay warm in Iceland. And look, I'm even still like incredibly mobile and stuff. And I'm all ready to go outside. So just so you can see how ready I am, here's outside.